Let's get into Friday feedback. Today we start with a beautiful, positive email, well written, substantive, coherent, and then we'll go to something that's very much the opposite, and then we'll get into some other things. Remember that the email address for all feedback should go to info@davidpakman.com. We also will sometimes select TikTok messages or YouTube comments or excretions or who knows what. All right, we start today with Dylan with a beautiful message about last Monday's show. Says, "Hi, David, just writing to say you were on fire today. The post-Super Bowl analysis, Tucker Putin, Trump's horrific NATO take, you really analyzed it all with a laser incisiveness and wit that I've certainly seen from you before. But this one really stood out to me. I am definitely sharing this one with friends and family. Big kudos. And thanks for being such a continued voice of sanity and nuance in these bizarre times. With tears in my eyes, Dylan." A beautiful message. And then also via email from Kathleen, the exact opposite coming in. Kathleen writing in about my eyes and says, "I'm not the only one saying this. You looked like a serious drug addict today. It's been bad for too long. You need to address this on YouTube. If it wasn't so obvious, it might slide under the radar, or people won't be asking, what's David talking about today? They'll be viral posting what happened to David Pakman." You know, this is really interesting. Every couple years, once a year, someone will take time out of their day, not to just leave it in a drive-by YouTube comment. It's easy to do that. But about once a year, someone will take time to email in. And it'll be some version of, you're either on drugs or you're on alcohol on the show. About a year and a half ago, someone wrote me this whole email saying, "David, listen, I've been in recovery long enough to know that you're drinking, and you're drinking a lot before doing the show. And I know the struggle, and I think it's probably becoming a problem. It's affecting blah, blah, blah." And it's like, I really don't drink, especially since my daughter was born. I maybe have a single drink every 10 days or 14 days. I went to a vineyard over the weekend and had a glass of wine. And I think that's the first drink I had had since, I think the Aruba trip weeks ago. In any case, I'd be curious which drugs Kathleen thinks I'm on. Of course, I'm not on any drugs, but to the extent that this is born out of genuine concern for me, I appreciate it. I'll put it that way. Dennis Wilder says, "Republicans got embarrassed. Have you not seen the Biden speeches? When you have government officials voting just for the party and not the policies, this is what we get. And yes, if someone isn't there to vote and that vote counts, then yes, it's still a strong argument." This is somehow related to the failed impeachment of Mayorkas, the initial failed impeachment of Mayorkas. I don't even know what Dennis is talking about. I don't know if he's saying that Al Green's vote or someone coming in at the last. I have no clue what Dennis is talking about, but I guess his point is Republicans failing on their own votes in the House isn't as embarrassing as when Joe Biden speaks. I think that's the point Dennis is trying to make. Benjamin wrote in about Trump's glitches and says, "David, Trump's glitch on Orban wasn't a glitch. He's just plain stupid." You know, I struggle to believe that. What Benjamin is referring to is that many times Trump will refer to Viktor Orban, who's of course the authoritarian leader of Hungary, as the leader of Turkey. It's Erdogan in Turkey, Orban in Hungary. There's some linguistic similarity between the two. So I don't know that it's Trump being stupid. I think it's more Trump struggling with the words in some way. Is it a cognitive glitch? Is it stupidity? I don't know for sure, but to me, it seems more like it's a glitch. Let's see. On Swifties versus Magats, Thomas wrote in and said, "David, I was thinking about this. Idolatry for Taylor Swift is bad. Idolatry for Donald Trump is good. I didn't know celebrities weren't allowed to support a candidate unless it's for a Republican. Who knew? Keep up the good work." It is interesting. So first of all, absolute double standard when it is a right-wing athlete, when it's some Trump-supporting MMA guy. They will not silence him. He gets to speak too. When it's, Ted Nugent or Kid Rocks or these sorts of folks saying, we love Trump, it's fine. When it's Taylor Swift saying, I think Biden's better, but I'm mostly just doing music, all of a sudden she's evil. So that double standard is abundant. There's this other issue, though, which is people like Charlie Kirk and others have been attacking those who like Taylor Swift, saying they're idolizing her. It's idolatry. It's not good. But they seem to ignore or actually participate in themselves the idolatry of Donald Trump. It's just double standards. It's double standards all the way down. Fishbone commented on YouTube and says, Biden was not my first pick in 2020, but he's done a really great job. Biden has competent people in his cabinet. I will enthusiastically vote Joe 2024. Yeah, I've said before, all of this stuff about David, no one's excited about Joe Biden. The language of excitement is relevant to those who want their elected officials to be rock stars and to be cult leaders and to be holding massive rallies where they do outlandish and titillating things. I don't need any of that. I just want to go about my life. I want people in Washington to go about their lives, pass bills that materially improve the lives of Americans. And then that's it. I don't need to be rah-rah excited and thinking Joe Biden is just electric. It's unbelievable what he's able to do. I feel a tingle down my leg and this whole, I just don't need that. I look at the people around him. I look at the accomplishments. Trump's a disaster. I am enthusiastic about making sure that it's 4 more years of Biden rather than another 4 years of Trump. That's really the bottom line. And Fishbone is encapsulating that. Mac Bell said, I will support the guy with 81 years behind him over the guy with 91 criminal charges ahead of him. I don't know if Mac came up with this on his own, but I like it. And I agree. We said it's 81 for Biden, 81 minus 3.5 for Trump, raised to the 91st power, which is the number of felony counts against him. Another opportunity for one of these spam PSAs. Breen got in touch on TikToks and says, hey, David, is someone spoofing you on a similar account? I was friended by David Pakman Show 112 a few days ago, and it seems very unlikely you would do that. Yeah, it's all spam, okay? We are dealing with an insane situation on TikTok. We are unable to get our real account verified, despite the fact that there are dozens, if not hundreds, of other accounts impersonating us, reposting my content, and also reaching out to some of our followers and trying to trick them into sending money or buying them Bitcoin or whoever knows what it is. We have one account on TikTok. It's David Pakman Show. That's it. No one here is reaching out to you on any other accounts. And then lastly, a user who goes by the name The Meme Peruna wrote to us on TikTok and said, holy S word, you're stupid, wrong you're. Guys, calling other people stupid while saying you're stupid with the wrong you're stupid. Do you actually like Joe Biden? Again, I'm not in a cult. Like, dislike, I've never met the guy. Maybe Joe Biden's a prick behind the scenes. Maybe he's a nice guy. From everything I read, he seems like a nice guy. What I care about is, what is he proposing to do and what has he done? Versus what is Trump proposing to do and what did Trump do while he was president? It's very obvious who is the better choice for the United States of America. That's who I will be voting for. My personal like or dislike of Biden is pretty damn irrelevant. All right, Meme Peruna, also known as Kurku Tikkanen. Okay. Info at davidpakman.com if you have something you would like to communicate to me. I will remind you, the party doesn't have to end right now. It can continue on the bonus show. You can sign up at joinpakman.com to get instant access to all of the great member benefits. And you can use the coupon code SAVEDEMOCRACY24 if you'd like a discount. It's not means tested. It's just available. If you want a discount off of a membership, it's available. The coupon code is SaveDemocracy24. I'll see everybody on the bonus show or back here on Monday.